Hi, hello, I'm Miko. I'm CEO at GMI Software, and today I want to introduce you one of our tools that we use working with our clients during this software development process. Our first step in all kind of cooperation is like discovery stage. So to achieve that, to achieve the product scope and to describe what we want to do, who is the customer, we conduct product discovery workshops with our clients. You can see on the screen Miro board. That's great tool to present and to work together with different teams, development teams, product teams, design teams, or all together on this concept stage. So we use this tool to connect like in live for live conference with our clients and with our team, and we work together very close to prepare this to convert this idea into some kind of product backlog to know what we need to do to build some kind of application or software. So you can see here our template. We use this template for different sessions, discovery sessions. And as you can see, I'd like to introduce this and briefly tell about what kind of stages or steps we should talk about during these workshops. So we have three different colors here. First one, it describes type of topics, subjects that we will discuss during this session. So that's the product, business, and vision. So we need to understand and define who is the user, end user, what's the problem, what's the market, and when we have this knowledge, we can discuss about possible solutions. So we can do brainstorming and generate some ideas to solve this problem for specific users. So we try to do it on this product business vision step to understand place on the market for this product and what's around it. So who is involved in this product, who is we talk about ideal customer profile to describe and define all these aspects, and after that we can prepare some kind of sketches and we can draw processes, customer journey, and for that we use design and look and feel stage in this process. And we use this Miro to prepare some kind of processes in visual way. So we do wireframes. So for example, on the workshops, we just put some kind of views here. We can prepare, for example, let's say, simple sketch describing very simple page. That's our hero section. We've got some kind of navigation here, and we do all of that together with clients in real time during these online sessions. So of course that's the very simple sketch, but you can see how we can quickly add some new visual elements in design to talk about it. Because when you see something, then you can give us feedback. We can very quickly change something. We can modify this, and of course we can build some. For us, for developers, it's important to build some kind of process. So it's not only about let's put these elements on the layout, set fonts, colors, etc. It's not about it. It's more about let's make process using these different elements on the design. So let's say we've got some kind of call to action here, like let's say it's like booking site. So you'd like to book some kind of meeting, for example. Or webinar. So we can just make some kind of header. Of course, we should have here some kind of description. Of course, we can use some colors here, some style guide, but it's not crucial for this process. In this process, in this like, let's get your idea and prepare visual form of this idea to convert this from like document or just from your intro about this product or idea. Our goal is to prepare visual layout and sketches describing what end user will see. So it's always better for client and the team and user, if we do research or get feedback from the market, to see what's the process. So let's say that we have, for example, some kind of form. We can put it like in very, very simple form here. Of course, that's the only idea how it can look like. And it's only very simple process, like let's show some kind of, I don't know, some kind of landing page. So we can try, I'm not sure it's unavailable. Here a section. We can just copy paste, for example, something like that. Miro is very, very useful for this kind of work. Of course, we can use stock image here, not from just like Google Images, but you get this idea that how we can just copy paste different type of graphics here. And here's the, for example, like result page. Okay, and after that we can discuss it with our dev team. So our dev team needs to know that we have some kind of landing page. That's our homepage, start page. So we need to prepare HTML template or buy one or design one. This decisions is like on the product owner side. And there is the process that we just click on this button. We see some kind of form. We can add more fields here. We can add some kind of, for example, validation. It's required, for example, and then designer, when we send it after this kind of session to UI designer, then he knows exactly what's required to be designed, right? And of course, if the product is bigger, then we include designers on these workshops. Then we can work together with designers and developers on workshops together. But if there's like some kind of prototype or MVP, we can do small sessions. We don't need to involve a whole team of 6-7 people, for example. And crucial is that if you talk with developers after that, it's very, very easy to just show what the process is. So that's the form that needs to be implemented on the front end of the application. And there is some kind of backend logic, and server application is needed. Server-side application is needed to build this kind of process. Of course, all involved people can just comment different can add comment about different topics here. For example, dev team can just add note like sticky note about here's the process where we need to send requests to API. Then we get information and we can show the user that something is wrong with this form. And yeah, that's the main part of our workshops. We do all this together during online session. So client is with us on this meeting, and can add different feedback based on things that he can see. So using this methodology, we can prepare MVP sketches, first version, of course, because there is iteration. We can repeat it, we can improve it every session. But you will be able, as a client, to show this prototype to investors, to your co-founders, for example, after first session. So I think that's the biggest value from workshops, to work together on that. And as I said before, to prepare sketches, we need to understand product and business and market. That's something we should do here. And after that, when we have this understanding of the market, clients, customers, and the product, and we've got sketches with processes like customer journey, but because this is customer journey kind of, we see, for example, we can discuss something like that. That's only landing page, right? So let's call it landingpage.com. That's our site, and we'd like to get traffic to this site, right? But the question is where we get this traffic. So we can together talk about different LinkedIn ads. We can, our marketing guys can join these workshops and help you to discuss different campaigns that will help us get traffic to this page, for example. And after that, we can prepare some kind of split testing. So we have two creatives in LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, doesn't matter at this point. And for example, we can send the second ads campaign to the different landing page, right? So we can do A/B testing by just changing the size, changing this source of this traffic, because for now source is like in LinkedIn ads number 1 and number 2, and then we can just measure which performs better. And we can talk about all this stuff during this workshop. And if you do it online, not like I will send email today to my client and then I get feedback or I receive information tomorrow, then it takes a few days or weeks to do the same thing that we can do on these workshops together online. But let's get back to this crucial and main reason why we do that. We want to define product backlog. Product backlog is like is the scope of the project. So it describes the project and processes. So as a user, I want to log in to the application, right? That's our user story. As a user, I want to add add items to the cart. And we prepare a list of these user stories. These are user stories. And for all teams, like UI team, dev team, or team where we combine these roles, and we will always try to combine these roles in one team. That's the basic. That's the base for estimation. So after that, you can get information like server side. It's like 4 hours, right? Front-end side or client side. So for example, in web application, it's like what you see in the browser. Let's say it will be 2 hours. And designer will tell us that to design these views, to provide this process as a user, I want to log in into application, is like 1 hour. So after that, we know that we need 7 hours of work to get done this story. And if we've got sketches, and processes, and if we've got these stories, we've got estimations, then we can prepare some kind of roadmap where you can see steps that needs to be done to build a whole product. And of course, estimates will give you a budget. You will get information about cost, estimated cost. Probably it will be always the range, because it's often like for the simple one, maybe it's not the case, but as a user, I want to, and we always try to keep these user stories as small as possible. So our goal is to keep it below 8 hours of work for each. So it can be 8 hours for server side, 8 hours for client side. We can sometimes we can combine these two things, like full stack approach, and it will help us because one developer can do both client side and server side. But for us, it's crucial to keep it as small as possible. So let's say that we have something more complex. I want to send. I want to cancel my appointment. So if we've got cancel story, that's the process that, if we think about it in details, we need to send notification, we need to block different possibilities for user. So if someone will cancel the appointment in the application, for example, we don't want to allow others to see that or edit that or delete it. So there are sub features related to this story. And in result, you can get information like, for example, server-side or backend developer will tell you that it's more like 6 and 10 hours. Yeah. So you get this range, and after that, this estimate budget will be like range, for example, 30 to 50,000 euros for MVP for this specific application. And yeah, so after this, and after all these steps, we've got knowledge about product, market, business, and user client. We know about processes, we've got user stories, so we've just wrote down all this, we defined this all processes. We've got estimates, we will have a roadmap, so we will know what's the plan to provide to deliver this product. You will get budget estimation, and I think that's a lot of knowledge after a few sessions of workshops. And of course, it's more important from our side, from technical side, we will have some kind of assumptions about architecture, technologies, and environment. So we will, when we have this information about product and backlog, we can say, okay, for this kind of product and application, best technology, for example, will be Angular, for example, or React, and we can prepare, we can define this kind of technology stack. And when we have this knowledge, we can prepare for example, database schema or structure. We can prepare architecture of database, prepare architecture of application, and it's more like it should be here. And that's the place where whole team can discuss it. And if this technology is better or another one, it's always like open and transparent discussion if in our teams, and client can always be involved in this process. Of course, on the client side, there can be some technical guy or even a CTO, for example, and we can work together with our teams to prepare best solution for this, to provide this application, to deliver this application on the market. So we have 3 stages: product, business vision. That's the first one. After that, we've got design, sketches, look and feel. So we draw it, this interface, for example, and we can do it, of course, for mobile, web, or desktop applications, and we can do cross-platform applications as well. And after that, we define technical stuff. So it's like what infrastructure we want to use, if it's Amazon or if it's DigitalOcean, Droplet, or dedicated server. That always depends on the product. And we can do it like in a few sessions. Every session is like 2 4 hours to keep everyone focused on these workshops. And that's the introduction to our Miro board with template of product discovery stage and our workshops. Thank you.